Gnome Forest has multiple difficult rooms, all of which are made more difficult by the fact that we have to play as an entirely different character. Now, before going over Gnome Forest in depth, I realized I forgot to explain why the previous level on this floor, Crust Cove, is impossible, so let me go over that real quick. In short, Peppino just moves too slowly while inside the barrel. The first barrel section can be done with relative ease, but the second one is problematic. To start, getting to the barrel itself is somewhat tricky. Fortunately, it is possible to get in it by entering and exiting the secret, in which you have to do this tight jump over Pizzaface. However, going into the next room, it is clear that Peppino just spends too much time in one place in these vertical sections. You can speed them up a bit by canceling your rolls to avoid going back to the left, but Pizzaface will still end up catching you. Since Peppino can't do much besides a roll and a short jump while in the barrel, there is no way to juke Pizzaface in this room, leading to the level being impossible. Wait, what's this music I'm hearing? I never put music in my videos, this is very... Introducing the noise. The noise functions very differently while in the barrel, which just might make this level possible. On top of moving much faster than certain Italians, the noise is also able to climb up walls while in the barrel. While the noise is on a wall, movement speed will be transferred vertically, except for the barrel's jump, which will still happen horizontally. This basically gives us a wall jump, the most powerful utility move when it comes to dodging Pizzaface, leading to the barrel becoming the most useful transformation when it comes to avoiding Pizzaface. On top of being great in the barrel, the noise also has some new moves that are incredibly useful in other parts of the level. But before I spoil that, let me go in depth on the level from start to finish first. The full run is linked in the description. Our first room isn't anything too special until I reach this vertical section. The noise's normal wall bounces wouldn't be enough to get him up this long shaft, so instead I do a technique where I repeatedly use his jackhammer move before cancelling it with a spin to effectively gain infinite height. I get the mushroom top in before entering the main part of the ship. Here I decide to get Jerome now since it's a bit easier than doing it later. The first barrel section is, of course, no problem for the noise. The next room has a cheese topping that's somewhat out of the way, so I do a reverse Pizzaface juke by luring him up before going under him. I do this by doing a tornado attack down and then cancelling it by pressing X to go into a slide and avoid the skateboard bounce. I then wall bounce into the first secret. I need to lure Pizzaface a bit more to the bottom, so I intentionally go slowly before doing a wall bounce and jumping over Pizzaface. Coming out of the secret, I intentionally damage boost here to get to the barrel with the tornado attack. Doing a body slam or super taunting the enemies would give Pizzaface too much time to catch up, so the damage boost is usually the safest option. The next room gives us a massive head start thanks to the noise's wall rolling, which lets me jump over Pizzaface twice. The first time I jump over him normally, the second time I wall jump after collecting these points here to ensure I land on this platform after the jump. The noise's barrel wall jump distance actually depends on the amount of time jump is held, where holding jump for longer will lead to a longer jump. This isn't as useful here, but it is important to know in a later section. I pick up the key to despawn Pizzaface and use it in the next room to enter the second beach section. I do a cool trick here where I jackhammer into the treasure guy and parry a cannonball to kill both it and the cannon goblin in one fell swoop. Entering the second secret, Pizzaface spawns incredibly far away for some reason, so I'm free to collect all the points. I do a jackhammer into a spin to get over Pizzaface after exiting the secret, and tornado into the next room, which has by far the most strict movement required to get past Pizzaface. The rapids below this cannonball section lead to the noise being stunned for way too long, so I am forced to get past it by cancelling out of the tornado attack with a jackhammer, and then cancel out of that with a spin. The timing on this is pretty tight, as doing it too early would lead to a wall jump back up into Pizzaface, and doing it too late would have the noise get dragged down into the rapids. There's a barrel section right after this, but the barrel is located in a weird spot. I found that the fastest way to enter it was by doing a tornado attack to the right, which would lead to the roll starting in the opposite direction. This is problematic, but it is still faster than mock canceling above the barrel. I roll into the rat and then immediately stop rolling to jump onto this platform normally, as rolling into the wall would be too slow. The jump itself is somewhat precise as I need to be at the top of this ramp to land on this platform. I then turn around before starting another roll to get up to this wall, all while a Pizzaface is right behind me. Now, I need to do a wall jump over Pizzaface here, but I can't use it to get it up to this platform right off the bat as the cheese block here will lead to a bonk, thus not making it all the way. So instead, I break the cheese block and do a short wall bounce to land on this lower platform. I then wall bounce after a jump to turn around without falling down, roll under Pizzaface, and get onto the wall before actually doing the big wall jump over Pizzaface. Doing the next part normally would be too slow, so I gain height off of these cannon goblins by holding jump to skip past the platforms, which lets me exit the room. The next room has the third secret, which is tricky to get. I can't do it right away as Pizzaface is too close, but if I go to this top section and kill a treasure guy, I can loop over Pizzaface and kill the rat just before losing the combo. Killing the treasure guy will give me a somewhat long supply of points, which will be enough to maintain the combo all the ways back to the right. The third secret itself gives me just enough time to parry all 3 cannonballs to kill the rats, but it's a bit tight near the end. I get the sausage toppin after exiting the secret by going down the farther ladder first. This allows me to wait out Pizzaface before wall jumping over him in the next section. I need to complete a total of 3 jumps over Pizzaface while in the barrel in the room after Pillar John, which is a bit complicated with the noise's faster movement. Doing the first section too fast would lead to an interception, so I intentionally waste time here to allow a jump over Pizzaface in this section. I have to enter another barrel to kill these stupid rats, which I do by wall jumping and tornado attacking right above the barrel. I then roll into the wall to stall a bit more before jumping over Pizzaface again. I slow down here to let Pizzaface catch up to me before rolling over him with the barrel and finally exiting the room. The next barrel segment had me stumped for a while. Since you normally have to wait for the cannon goblin to shoot all of the blocks for you while in the barrel, we'll be spending way too much time waiting in one place. You can get rid of the barrel by damage boosting off an enemy after killing the first rat to break the blocks yourself, but the damage boost would send us straight into Pizzaface. I initially tried to wall jump over Pizzaface and rolling under him to enter the hole, but that ended up being too slow. But I did notice that if I timed that jumps just right, the hidden blocks would blow up just as I wall jumped, so if I just managed to jump straight into the hole after a wall jump, I would be able to avoid Pizzaface much easier. Fortunately, this can be done by cancelling the roll mid-jump, which would stop all horizontal movement. From there, I can adjust my position with arrow keys to land in the hole. This is way easier said than done, as cancelling the jump too early would lead to Pizzaface catching up, and cancelling it too late would lead to me overshooting the hole and not making it. I'm home free after I make it past those 2 sections, however, so I collect the pineapple toppin and exit the ship. Getting to the secret treasure and Lap 2 portal isn't too bad thanks to the noise's tornado attack. The Lap 2 itself is much easier. I'm still forced into the barrel at the start, which forces me to jump over Pizzaface another time, but I am able to skip the second barrel as there are no stupid rats blocking my path this time. This makes the section much easier as I'm able to just mock cancel here and spin over Pizzaface. The second barrel section isn't mandatory anymore as well, so I trivialize it with the noise's tornado attack. You can kill both treasure guys in this room to get some extra points, but I don't go for the second one as I'll be forced to juke Pizzaface with the wall. After some more tornadoing, I end with a time of 4 minutes and 50 seconds, which is actually the world record for the Crust Cove P-Rank speedrun as the noise, as there aren't any runs submitted to it yet. Sadly, I was using mods, so this run is unverifiable. Needless to say, I'm shocked that Crust Cove ended up being possible with the noise. I originally thought this would be a short video discussing which rooms became possible and which rooms stayed impossible, but turns out that wasn't the case. This makes Crust Cove one of the hardest levels for this challenge by far, rivaling Ancient Cheese and Fast Food Saloon in terms of difficulty. Well, what about Gnome Forest? To see if that level ends up being any difficult, stay tuned for my next video.